You're listening to the Mopcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina. This podcast takes a look at our favorite cult films, introduces them to someone who's not seen them,
usually me,
pairs them with a great alcoholic beverage.
Always me.
We talk about it. This week we watched the 2004 film Dodgeball, an underdog story.
we did not watch that.
What? That's the one you were supposed to watch.
I thought,
Oh, this is going to be...
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, this is going to be
no,
so...
I've seen it before. I was like, well, it's just a meeting because last week it was supposed to be the movie.
No,
I'm all shifted.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Oh, my gosh. I've seen it before.
Good.
I'm ill prepared.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, this is
Still
going to be a
had
great
it
episode.
as a meeting. Y'all want to talk about Tombstone for a minute?
We can...
Well, we're going to do that next week.
We'll do that next week.
At the cult meeting.
Bless it. Okay, sorry.
I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, and I'm joined by...
Stephanie, your facilitator of fun and your Lady of Libations.
Justina, the Jellicle Jester.
I just
She
realized
who knows no movies.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's do that again. She who knows no movies.
I wasn't sure exactly how far you wanted to take it back.
Let's do that
Let's say
again.
it one more time.
She who knows no movies.
When you have to force it that much, should it be happening?
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. The only reason I interrupted because I realized that I didn't, I introduced myself as the Native American Pop Culture Spirit Guide because that's how it's written, but my name wasn't there, so I just ignored that part. Hi, I'm Scotty, your Native American Pop Culture Spirit Guide. New listeners are like, what's that?
Right,
I don't know.
He's really Native American, new listeners.
So, yeah, I am. So, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Gobble gobbles.
Oh, yeah.
Today is
Gobble,
Thanksgiving.
gobble.
It is.
Or today, if you're listening to on Thanksgiving when we release, it's Thanksgiving. We're actually recording before Thanksgiving, but we're all doing Thanksgiving things. Do you have Thanksgiving plans?
I have many fans
Do you have
of Thanksgiving nature.
No, you have many fans.
Just kidding. I don't even know what that means.
Do you have many Thanksgiving pans?
Pans? I have no idea. I'm not cooking this year.
Oh,
But I'm going to my dad's.
cool.
So, and we're doing like a mini surprise party for my stepmom because her birthday's the 29th.
Cool.
So,
Does your dad like to cook traditional, or
are you asking if we're going to have a fried turkey or a regular turkey? Is that the question?
or do you, no? I just asked.
Traditional Thanksgiving dinner
Yeah,
or something weird?
No, we're going to have like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, like you should from a can that goes
Yeah.
like that kind of cranberry sauce.
That's the best cranberry
I
sauce.
know.
I do like that.
Black
kind.
olives, probably some casseroles. Probably a green bean casserole.
It is the South. We do like our casseroles down here. In the
Well,
South.
no, we don't do we do mashed potatoes and gravy.
Right.
I
But
don't. We've
there's-
never done that.
and
in my
corn.
family. I don't do corn either.
but we don't do like a corn casserole. We do corn that you just put on your plate. But a lot of
Oh.
places, like at Josh's, his family does they're like, yeah, we have corn in a casserole.
Oh yeah,
We
my
have green
stepmother
beans
used
in
to
a
make
casserole.
a corn casserole.
And we made potatoes in a casserole. Like everything's in a casserole. So I get the whole southern.
We love our
casserole.
casseroles.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I keep forgetting you're not from these parts, are you?
She's been
No,
here
I'm
long
not.
enough.
No,
She's
I'm not.
assimilated.
No, we keep the North alive, okay?
Not just the North. It's like the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, the best kind.
I don't
right?
know. It's full of like
Best
white
kind.
supremacists and racists.
Okay, obviously
Aren't
not,
they the same thing?
because I'm from the
Sometimes, there could be a racist out there who goes, I hate everybody, but I'm not superior.
Oh, okay.
North. Is that why we don't have casseroles? Like, does this tie into something?
Probably,
like
but racism and casseroles.
Like, I'm not mixing my corn with nothing. Like, you just get corn.
We're keeping our corn pure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No mixing of the corn and the green beans.
Well, for sure not that. That is just crazy.
I don't care what the Supreme Court says. In the state of Mississippi, we have corn and green beans separate. They got like they get those plates that have all the trays in them, so they can keep everything safe.
Oh yeah, like the little
Segregated.
school plates,
Right, like they're segregated.
We
little
do use
bento
those.
boxes are called. That's why I have.
Okay,
little
now I'm
ones.
suspect.
Like, we do use those big hefty duty like paper plate ones.
Yeah, that
you
are-
can throw away afterwards. No dishes.
We use paper plates too.
No dishes.
But like I have bought like a whole set of those little bento boxes for like to take my lunches
Yeah.
to work and everything, and they're all like have the little separate compartments to put all your stuff.
So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
It's hilarious.
Or hold on, what are you doing today?
Today. So it turned out that it's just me and my husband and my mom, and we always have this. See, all my kids moved; they're gone. Yeah, like in different states. So they're coming home for Christmas, but not Thanksgiving. So we're like, okay, so we can either crash other people's Thanksgiving dinners, which we've done before. We could go up to where you're going, which we've done before, but I didn't feel like I got enough food, so I couldn't do that again. Or we can cook, and I didn't want to do that. So my mother had a brilliant idea. We went to Cracker Barrel and ordered a Thanksgiving dinner that will feed it. It'll feed like 10. So we get turkey, we get ham, we get our sweet potato casserole, we get cornbread dressing, green beans, regular green beans, not the casserole.
Okay, all right.
Rolls.
Redemption.
Yeah, rolls. What else are we getting? There was something else.
A dessert of some sort?
Was there like a potato of some
pecan
sort?
pie and a pumpkin pie. And so anyway, it's just huge Thanksgiving dinner that we don't have to cook. We pick it up like on Wednesday and reheat it.
Oh, nice.
And that's all we have to do. So that's what we're going to do. I'm probably going to do that and drink mimosas all day. That's my plan.
Oh, that is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful.
That sounds nice.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I'm working.
That seems kind of...
No, they have their powwow.
So
that's right. You're going to go film it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go film and do photographs of the
which is lovely. Mm-hmm. I like to have
I get
leftovers.
I get you. So I tell everyone, I think everyone, if you're able to see a powwow anywhere in the country, go to it once in your life, just to experience.
Well, I used to go all the time as a child because my grandfather is Native American, and so growing up, of course, he passed before I was born. But growing up, my father would take me to the reservation and go to powwows and stuff.
What time does it start?
I think it starts at 9. The big shindig is at 4.
I might go because Josh is taking the kids in the morning to his parents, so I'll just be at the house for the first half of Thanksgiving.
Come on up.
You can always come over and have mimosas.
You can have mimosas with her. It's fine.
Eat Thanksgiving food too.
I don't know. I feel like go see a powwow like you should, or go drink a mimosa
like you also should. I'm not shaming. I'm not shaming white people.
I'm just
anything.
trying to decide what I want. I'll get back to both of you.
My house is open.
Really. Okay, so
and Jennifer's working, so honestly, wife's gonna be busy.
Honestly, the morning is fine. The evening's better because the dance there's a great entry and all the dancers are out and the competitions are all happening during that time, so it's like it's better during that part of the day. The morning they have some dances, but it's mostly they have the Indian Princess pageant.
But if you want to if you want to see dancing, you got to come early and get a spot, because I learned last year or the last time I went that everybody wants to watch the dancing, and you will not get a spot to sit in.
It is awesome.
Because it is awesome.
But we do it 2 days, so we do it on Thanksgiving and on Black Friday.
Okay.
So it's a huge event, and I'll be there taking photos and stuff. But see, I don't care for Thanksgiving. Like I don't really like turkey or.
Yeah, I'm not a big turkey person.
like the fixings that you have at a Thanksgiving.
Do you know what I like to do? My favorite thing about Thanksgiving is I like to take my cranberry sauce and mix it into my cornbread dressing.
I thought you had me, and then you just...
No.
Keep going.
You got to just mix it into the cornbread dressing. It's so good. So anyway.
My bad. Do you know what I like to do?
What do you
with
like to do?
leftovers? Just take that cranberry sauce, put it on some toasted bread with some mayonnaise and some turkey.
Oh, that sounds delightful
sandwich.
too.
It's so good.
I have had turkey
cranberry
sandwiches like
mayo.
That. No, it's like a turkey
like a
sandwich
sandwich.
with mayo. We just put the cranberry.
Yeah, I
in
understand, but just
Okay, then do it. Toasted bread, no mayo. You're welcome.
It's really good.
The rest of you listening
What
right
about
now,
peanut butter and cranberry sandwiches?
Okay, first of all,
that'd be peanut butter.
that is
PBJ.
craziness.
That
You're
sounds
right.
Wonderful.
It's PBJ.
You're right. Peanut butter
But
and
it's
jelly.
cranberry jelly. I bet you'd be good.
For some reason, I didn't think about it like that. Because I can't get away from the, I'm eating it with turkey, and then you brought in peanut butter. And I was like,
but it's a jelly.
That one is happening to my brain. You're right. You're so right. I'll try it.
I know.
Okay.
I would
you know my life?
I would rather much have like a steak or something, which I may do. I may end up at Waffle House. when it's all dead and said and done. So, because I'm not a big fan of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite, I've never been like super crazy about the food because I just don't eat that much at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that of my crazy family. It makes everybody get together, and we always tend to get really loud and laugh until we cry at some point
used to do
and
that.
pick on people.
You know, when I had family at
And
home.
my dad has a tetherball now.
Before
You-
my children deserted me.
You
So I'm
empty
going to
nester, you.
destroy some people
Hey,
at
you got ferrets.
tetherball.
Yeah, but if I let them out for too long, they poop all over the floor.
Yeah, that's not
That's
good.
no fun. Then I have to clean poop.
All right, so let's move on from Thanksgiving and poop because that's my favorite subject.
Both of them.
I would like to
All
talk
at once.
about another thing.
Yes.
We still have a few days left for Movember.
Yes. By the time you are hearing this, you will have today, Friday, and Saturday. So until November 30th, the end of the month, to donate to the Movember Foundation.
How's the campaign going for you?
It's doing pretty well. I surpassed my first target or whatever, which was 1,000. So I'm like, okay, we did that. I have lots of time left over. I'm going to bump it up, to 1,500. So right now I'm at 1,134.
All right, we can get it. We can get her to
So
1,500.
I have every
Yeah.
bit of confidence that I can make my bonus
Go
goal.
out there and help her out.
So, yeah.
Did you hear what I did?
What did you do?
Did you hear what I did? Or did you see what I did? I don't know if you could see everything. So I was in West Virginia, and I promised that I would
Right.
donate to your cause.
Right.
And I did that. However, it took 2 tries to do that.
Oh no! Did you donate twice?
I did.
No, I didn't see that.
I am awesome because I donated twice. I did. So when I got your link, you're looking. You'll laugh harder.
I mean, I saw it, but
Just wait. So I saw her link, and so this is a warning for everybody. When you see her link, there's a clear as day button right under her picture that says donate, which I completely missed. And so I scrolled down and saw, look, the team. And so I donated to the team.
that's why I didn't see it.
Right. That's why you didn't see it. And then I donated to the team that you're attached to. So they got $100. And then I was like, that didn't go to Stephanie. Oh, what do I do? And then I looked to see if I could change that. And then I was like, well, that's just terrible of me. And so I just gave you $100 as well.
Oh my
So I
gosh!
donated $200 this year. I am the man.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that's
so
amazing.
very much. I'm looking at now, and I'm looking at my team page, and I see it on the team page, but I don't look at the team
Right.
page.
So.
Oh my gosh! Well, you'll definitely be invited to the Movember Gala. That's awesome, and I'm sorry.
No. Look. Here's the thing. I am currently, can't talk about tomorrow, but today I am blessed enough in what I do to have the funds to do this. And so I literally was like, okay. And click. And I was like, all right. So, I'm not suffering. I'm not destitute. I'm doing well enough so I can do that. And I'm happy to do that. It was just like, for those out there who are unable to do that, who can just give the $10 or whatever.
Or share it, please. If
Share it.
if you cannot afford to donate, please share it. Because it is very important.
Everybody's got $1. You can kick in $1.
Yeah, you get $1. That's
Kick in $1.
yeah, absolutely. Anything. And make sure that in the notes you put Mopcast
Yeah, so
or
we can-
Cult Movie Cantina, whatever, so we know
Because I
that.
think we only have one person, 2 people. Well,
Yeah, right now one person.
somebody's
so
gonna
one
win.
person's going to get a
win something.
gift box or,
I got
so.
a gift box. Make
But
them work for it.
Make sure you let us know that you heard it from us, and that will be awesome. But I did a similar thing. Every year, I have friends that also raise money, and I had somebody this year I think was raising money for the first time for Movember. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll kick in. I was going to only kick in $10 to her Movember, just a little boost or whatever. Because I always donate to my own, and I wait until the end.
Right.
And but I'm like, I'll kick in $10, and I had the same sort of problem. I was at work and kind of in a hurry, and fat fingered it, and ended up donating $60 to her Movember campaign.
She loved you.
And I was like, And my first thought was like, oh my God, I don't have that right now. And I was kind of short, and I'm like, I mean, I had it in my account, but it was, anyway,
You needed that in other places.
Long story short, I'm like, well, it's going to Movember, so it's meant to be. It'll be fine. So
the links will be at the in the show notes. Check it out, and also
it's also on their Facebook page.
On the Facebook page,
and just hit the donate button
to mine. Make sure it's mine. It'll have my name on it.
This is the part where we normally go through the rest of the stuff that we do. We'll save that to next week. We've talked a lot about stuff, so let's just get to the movie.
Let's get to the
movie. That's fine. I didn't want to talk about my script, but anyway, it's fine. Let's talk about this movie I watched.
When did you watch it last?
Okay. First of all,
movie came out in 2004.
What was I doing in 2004?
Were you still in high school?
I was in high school. Yeah, I think I was a freshman.
I was.
Honestly, the last time I watched this,
Stephanie, we work with an infant.
I know.
Thank you.
I met Jamie in 2004.
I was still married in 2004.
I did neither of those things.
Wow.
So I know it was after I had Mackenzie, but I don't think it's been at least since I've had Penelope. So let's say it's probably been about 10 years. Let's say that.
Well, let's see if any of this stuff will come back to you.
Good luck. All right, let's do this.
All right, so we watched Dodgeball, a true underdog story from 2004. You can listen to the trailer now.
1954, a simpler time.
Dodgeball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation.
A more innocent time.
Make sure you pick the bigger, stronger kids for your team. That way, you can all gang up on the weaker ones. Oh, you're out for a dodgeball!
Today, there are those who are born to be champions.
Here at Globo Gym, we're better than you, and we know it.
And then, there are these guys.
Boom, 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 boom.
Do you know why I'm here?
Now, do you mean cosmically?
You have 30 days to pay off your mortgage or you lose your gym.
Who'd want to buy this place anyway? Okay, we can't just let Globo Gym take us over. If there was any way in the world we could raise $50,000,
We could play dodgeball.
Line up, ladies! The name's Patches O'Houlihan. I'm your new coach. You gotta get angry.
Guess I'm not really an angry person.
Are you angry now?
20th Century Fox invites you
Welcome to this year's Las Vegas Dodgeball Open.
to experience the world of dodgeball
There's a souvenir for a lucky fan.
with the ultimate underdogs.
The real team needs real uniforms. I hope they fit.
nice.
You guys suck!
Thank you. Nice to be in Vegas. You should quit now. I think I'll take my chances in the tournament.
Yeah, you will take your chances.
That's what I just said.
That's what I'm saying to you.
All right.
Touche.
Vince Vaughn,
You dig me?
You do have brief moments where you're not completely...
When I'm not completely what?
Pathetic.
Ben Stiller,
We should meet.
What?
I said we should date.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Christine Taylor,
You like the rough stuff, huh? Real freaking naughty.
this summer,
I love you! Joni loves Chachi!
grab life by the balls.
You ready for the hurricane? Pepper needs new shorts!
Well, at least that wasn't weird.
Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
Dodgeball was directed by and written by Rawson Martian Thunder. He also did Skyscraper and We Are the Millers.
Skyscraper with The Rock doing all the things that he cannot do.
He can do those because he is The Rock.
No.
I never saw that movie because it looks stupid.
I think I kind of want to do it on the podcast.
But I love, was it The Millers, Meet the Miller, whatever?
We Are
That was
the
great.
Millers. Yeah, that's funny. Stars Vince Vaughn as Peter Latour, Ben Stiller as White Goodman, Christine Taylor as Kate Vitech. I can't remember. They say her last name like twice, and I didn't catch it. Rip Torn as Patches O'Houlihan, Justin Long as Justin, Stephen Root as Gordon, and Alan Tudyk as Steve the Pirate. Arr. Does any of this ring a bell?
I know the people in it. I recognize their names. Yep. Their character names? Nope. Let's do this.
I love the unibrow chick.
Frau, I think.
The way you just coughed was amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you ready for a sermon?
I'm ready. Preach it.
Brothers and sisters, gather round.
You asked for that.
I jumped a little bit.
It's in the script.
Was it exclamated?
We don't have that script.
Then it was not in the script, Scotty.
I had a little flourish.
You
to
embellished.
It. I had a little flourish. But I'd been doing it every week for a while, so. Meet Peter. He owns a gym called Average Joe's that isn't doing great. But it has a few dedicated and interesting characters, and that makes Peter happy. When he defaults on his mortgage, a rival gym run by White Goodman buys the loan and gives him 30 days to raise $50,000, or the gym becomes part of White's company, Globo Gym. Really becomes his parking lot. He has planned to... so I have that too. His plan is to raise Average Jones and turning into a parking lot. So that's what we got here. We got Peter, and we meet his interesting characters. And then we meet White Goodman, who is an over-the-top gym dude played by Ben Stiller in the weirdest character
It
ever.
is hilarious.
He's the one that has the crazy mustache, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, which
Okay.
is why I picked this movie, because of his mustache.
He does a really nutty kind of, like, almost, it's not quite a goatee, but it's like...
It's like a handlebar
Like
goatee,
a-
isn't
That's
it?
what my husband has right now for Movember.
But it doesn't, does it, his
No,
connect,
he
his
does
doesn't connect?
a handlebar.
Oh.
I call it like a trucker stash.
It's kind of like a trucker stash, or like
Yeah.
a stash you would see in the Village People.
It's pretty epic. It's pretty epic. I want to know, did he work out to get into shape for this?
Most likely. I don't have that on, as notes, but he
Okay.
probably did. Enter his attorney, Kate, who is also Ben Stiller's wife in real life, who's working for the bank as part of a transition team. White tries to seduce her. That doesn't work because she finds him obnoxious and revolting. Though Peter and her become friends, and she goes over his financial records and to find out the fact that he's terrible at it. So let's meet the rest of the Average Joes. We meet his employees, Dwight and Owen. Member Justin, who just wants to be a cheerleader, and that's not working out.
No.
We have Gordon, who has a mail-order bride and loves obscure sports. And then there's Steve. Steve's a pirate. Yep, a pirate. He's all like, yar and stuff. Pirate.
Does he have a parrot?
No.
No. He thinks he's a pirate.
But
I mean,
he's a parrot.
He what's the word I'm looking for? He identifies himself as a pirate. He identifies as a pirate.
Pirate. He's just a pirate.
Okay.
It's great.
I don't remember him.
Really? He's like the
like,
he's
I
like the
don't-
big part of the movie. It's like
No.
most people remember Steve the Pirate in the film.
Like, do you want me to tell you real quick what I remember of this
yes.
film?
Oh my
Okay.
God, please.
Okay, so I remember a gym that's run down, and if I remember correctly, there's like one person that comes to work out. Is that unibrow? I don't even know.
No.
But there's one person that comes to work out that ends up joining their dodgeball team because the rest of them are like working out, but they're there.
That's Gordon.
Okay. Oh, so I'm on fire. Okay, so then she comes in and was like, oh, by the way, this is going to happen. Looks at his finances, tells him he's terrible. And then she helps them with their dodgeball thing. And then they compete against another team. And then I think Justin gets hit in the face at one point with a ball.
A lot.
Yeah, like I think that was a thing. And then he gets with her. Oh, I know that dude. He's hilarious. I like him.
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Steve the pirate.
Steve the Pirate.
So yeah, most of it reminds me of that movie with the girl with the bowling ball with a face in it. Is that Mad Men? No, it's not Mad Men.
Oh, that was
Mystery Men.
Mystery Men. So
That's-
this movie like reminds me a lot of Mystery Men.
Well, because Ben Stiller's in both of them.
Probably why. So I believe they probably lost, but then they win in the end because they're stronger. I don't
By the way,
remember.
when's the last time you saw Mystery Man? I saw Mystery Man once, like in '99.
I've
like
actually
Mystery
seen that one a
Men.
couple of times.
Wow.
Like the
Me
forks.
too. I like Mystery Men.
That
Been a
one.
long
I
time
like that
since
one.
I've seen
Okay, the weird face and the ball.
We
was her
made
dad.
reference to it in the Catacombs a couple episodes ago, so I had to go dig out footage for it and play clips from it.
So it's been a little while still, but I've seen it. I've seen that more. I think I've only seen Dodgeball one time.
So together with Gordon's help, they figure out they can raise the money by playing in a dodgeball tournament. So they put a team together.
In Vegas.
The big tournament's in Vegas, but they have to qualify first. So they put a team together, watch a 1950s video on how to play the sport, and go to a qualifier. The video is hosted by dodgeball great Patches O'Houlihan, who's played by Hank Azaria from The Simpsons, and other things. He's also in The Birdcage. He's very hilarious in The Birdcage.
Yeah, he is good.
So they learn how to sort of play dodgeball. They go to the qualifier and play against a local Girl Scout troop, who easily defeats them, only have their team disqualified by a player who uses steroids and beaver tranquilizer.
I remember that. Yes. Didn't they cut to her and it was like this big, burly, large.
Girl Scout?
Yeah.
Right. So fun fact, I was curious, what would a beaver tranquilizer be? And I didn't find any. However, I found an interesting definition on urbandictionary.com. Beaver tranquilizer is a euphemism for birth control.
Oh, God. That's hilarious.
That's well done.
So my gift to y'all.
Beaver
Nice.
tranquilizer. Okay.
Are you taking
so far, we're talking about.
Are you taking your beaver tranquilizer?
Well, I got girls. We about to have that conversation. I'm gonna use that.
Oh, please come back and report.
Scotty, Mackenzie and I had the talk.
She's horrified. She doesn't want to go around beavers anymore.
When would she be around beavers before that? Like she never was, but it doesn't matter because it's over.
I just want to say I never understood where they got the word beaver from when it comes
Did
to
we look this up?
describing that.
Wait, we looked this up.
Okay, good, because I can tell you my vajayjay does not look like a beaver.
Do you remember
At all?
Something about eating
I
wood,
apologize.
right?
I opened this door. I guess we're going to have to go through it.
Hang on.
It's my fault.
We looked it up, and I know what it was in the moment, and I cannot remember. One moment.
Well, we can always come back to it.
Okay, we'll come back.
Okay.
I'll let y'all know.
Go ahead and finish with the sermon, sir. We'll talk about beavers later.
They build dams. Dental ones. All right.
Apparently, we're going to talk about them now.
The average Joes go to Vegas to compete for $50,000. White Goodman spies on the average Joes using a hidden camera that is placed in a stand-up of himself, and he's given as a gift/taunt to the average Joes. And now we pause for our education lesson for anatomy.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You ready?
All right,
Yes.
Of course, we open space for you.
In colonial times, it was thought that prostitutes spread venereal diseases through contact with their pubic area, so the women were made bald in that area for health reasons. However, their clients did not like that look, and business began to suffer. Therefore, pubic wigs called merkins were manufactured for the prostitutes.
I know what a merkin
These
is.
merkins were made out of beaver pelts, hence the term beaver.
And now we know.
Somebody learned it on a historical tour
know.
of Philadelphia.
But
They
now-
learned that during a historical tour.
Now they
yes.
prefer the female to be shorn.
Yeah, times change.
I
Times
know.
change.
Times have
Now
changed.
they're like, why do you have a pelt on? You get it on, but it's so weird. It's a vagina wig. Just so we're all clear.
Hold on. Let me get my vagina wig.
A vag toupee.
Made of beaver. It's a beaver vag toupee.
Well, they beaver was very popular back then.
How would they attach it?
I mean, there's a whole industry of just beavers because
Glue it on like a fake mustache.
I
no,
guess.
seriously, there's a whole industry. Like America's like mostly funded by like timber and beaver, like literally because the French wanted hats, and so they just slaughtered a bunch of beavers for hats.
There you go.
So
Poor little beaver.
Can you imagine, like, in those times, being with a prostitute and like being stuck to you afterwards and be like, can you get your pelt off me, please? You lost your pelt again. You need to up the glue.
Or is it like a sign of honor, like you scalped her?
Oh.
I cannot wait until this airs and we have the hashtags.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hashtags beavers. Hashtag Merkin. Hashtag.
So what's greater, prairie dogs or beavers?
Oh. In this moment, we're going to go with beavers.
Well, yeah.
Next
Did not
week is-
expect us to discuss this during Dodgeball. I love this. I absolutely love this.
Really? Because that movie feels like this makes sense.
You know, his mustache kind of looks like a Merkin.
Yep. Bring it right back around.
Where are you from? I'm from American. I'm American. Roll Tide.
Merkin.
Oh, where was I?
So he sent his life-size thing of himself with a hidden camera.
Yeah, to gift/taunt the average Joes. They deface it but keep it around, not knowing there's a camera in there. Peter's approached by an ageling Patches O'Houlihan, now in a wheelchair, who volunteers to coach them to the team. Patches has unusual training regime, including throwing wrenches at them, forcing them to dodge oncoming cars, and constantly berating them with insults.
Which I think is good.
I've screened my mother's calling me, and I've screened her with my new Google app thing.
Oh, that's great.
What does that do? Sorry, Mom.
So that's what my mom's hearing from the robot lady.
That's hilarious.
And my mom hung up. It's like, no.
That is amazing. I want to use that at work.
It's automatically with my Google. I don't know if your iPhone's got one or not.
Interesting. I'll look it up.
All right. So sorry, Mom. I'm podcasting. Let's see. So, Patch's unusual training regime. Excuse me. Take 4. Patch's unusual training regimen includes throwing wrenches at the team, forcing them to dodge oncoming cars, and constantly berating them with insults. Kate demonstrates skill at the game, but declines to join the team because it would be a conflict of interest. Meanwhile, Goodman arranges to...
Are we going to talk about how Kate came into play?
We can in just a second.
Okay.
Let me finish this paragraph.
All right.
Meanwhile, Goodman arranges for Kate to be fired from the law firm to free her up to join because she no longer has a conflict of interest and allow him to date her. Enraged, she's now free of the conflict of interest. She declines Goodman's onslaught and joins the Average Joe's team.
Bum, bum, bum.
How did Kate get in the team?
Well, because White was
She's
trying
a badass
to use her to dig up some sort of legal way to take over their gym because what were they behind on, like payments?
Yeah, so he bought their loan.
Yeah, he bought their loan.
Whitey Goodman bought the White Goodman, not Whitey, kind of like he's Whitey Bulger. White Goodman bought their loan but it gave them 30 days to buy it back.
Right. So, but then, of course, White is constantly trying to hit on her and everything, which kind of is disgusting because she would come in and he would pump his penis first.
Yeah, he's got that.
That little,
Like with his leg on the desk?
Yes, he's got the.
I remember that.
He's got the air pump to make his bulge look bigger. I also like when he comes downstairs when he first meets her. He runs upstairs and grabs a dictionary and runs back down
and acts like he's trying to be smart.
Right, he's reading. I like to exercise my brain as well, my mind as well as my body.
What was his sidekick's name? Renee.
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle.
Michelle. It's like MECHEL. Michelle.
Dude, the big dude.
The big black
Michelle.
dude. Michelle. Let's see. And Kate. We find out that Kate's really good at dodgeball. She can throw a ball. She can knock people.
She's very athletic.
She's like the best person they have. Everybody else is kind of...
That always happens. The best person they have is like, I'm not interested. They're like, no, please, come play. I'm not interested. You're fired. Okay, cool.
At the tournament in Las Vegas, the Average Joe suffer early setbacks but managed to advance to the final round against Globo Gym. The night before the match, Patches is killed by a falling sign. Peter expresses his anxiety to the team and will lose and angrily tells Steve that he's no longer a pirate, causing Steve to leave the team. Returning to his room, Peter encounters Goodman, who offers him $100,000 for the deed to Average Joe's. The day of the final round, Justin leaves to help his classmate Amber with a cheerleading competition, because that's all he wanted to do. Leaving the team without enough members to compete, Peter has a chance encounter with Lance Armstrong, which is awkward nowadays, who talks him into rejoining his team, but he and Justin return too late. The Average Joe has already forfeited the match. Gordon finds a loophole in the rules a majority of the judges can overturn the forfeiture. Chuck Norris casts a tie-breaking vote, allowing the team to play.
Let's
Thanks,
talk
Norris.
about the two announcers. They were hilarious.
Yeah, so it's Gary Cole and Justin Bateman. Gary Cole is most famously from Office Space,
right?
And he's the guy who's.
So if you can come to work on Saturday, that'll be great.
Okay, I know him.
That'll be great. And then Justin Bateman's in Arrested Development. He's the main guy in that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I know both of those people.
Wow, look at that first time.
I know. I didn't know. I knew their names.
Right.
But I didn't know why I knew their names.
And so Gary Cole plays the play-by-play commentator, and Justin Bateman is the color guy who's played before and kind of out there.
He's totally on something.
Or everything.
Or everything.
After the intense game, Peter and Goodman face off in a sudden death match to determine the winner. Inspired by visions of Patches, Peter blindfolds himself and is able to dodge Goodman's throw and strike him, winning the championship and the prize money. Goodman declares victory meaningless, revealing that Peter agreed to sell Average Joe's to him the previous night. But Peter reveals that he used Goodman's $100,000 to bet on Average Joe's to win, when the odds against him were 50-1. He collects $5 million. Because Global Gym is a public company, he purchased controlling interest in it, thus regaining Average Joe's, and fires Goodman. Steve, now with a more normal experience, returns to the group and apologizes to Peter. But it's with Peter's encouragement, he quickly returns to his pirate persona when Peter shows him his winnings. Peter is shocked when Joyce's girlfriend, a girlfriend of Kate, kisses her passionately, but Kate then reveals she's bisexual and kisses Peter as well. Kate becomes Peter's lover. Justin and Amber get married and have a baby on the way, while Owen begins dating Fran. That's the chick from Globo Gym's team. She had the unibrow.
Yep.
Peter opens youth dodgeball classes at a newly renovated Average Jones, while Goodman becomes morbidly obese. The end.
That is awesome. So I have a fun fact about Alan Tudyk when I watched this.
Steve the Pirate. Arr.
Right. So this movie came out in 2004. I did not get around to watching Firefly until 2005. So when I saw him on that show, all I could think about, it's Steve the Pirate. It's Steve the Pirate. All through Firefly, just because of the order that I had seen all that in. So I thought that was pretty funny. Now that's all I can say is Steve the Pirate.
Steve the Pirate. I love Steve the Pirate. And when he's at cons, he's I've seen him in a couple of shows, and those are one of the things that people call out to him, Steve the Pirate. And of course, Wash from Firefly, but Steve the Pirate still has some passionate fans.
Yeah.
It's time for our libation.
Our libation. Okay, well, because White has such an awesome mustache, and it is Movember, we are going to be drinking the mustache ride.
Oh, okay.
That's appropriate for a Beaver conversation.
It is.
I'm telling you, it's all tying together.
It also has my favorite libation in it. So it is 2 parts pineapple juice, 1 part Jägermeister, and 2 parts mango rum. So
it's very fruity.
It is, but it needs to be to kind of like cut that Jaeger a little bit. By the way, pineapple juice and Jaeger is delightful.
That was an interesting thing when you said those out loud to hear. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd have to try it.
Mango rum is really good. I'm telling you, these ingredients are delicious together. There is a drink at McGuire's. It's not on the menu, but it's like a secret drink, and they can make it for you in the big thing that the wakes come in, and it's called the Godfather, and it's primarily Jaeger and pineapple, and it's that kind of thing. It's amazing. Anyway.
Goals for next Pensacon.
Right. So 2 parts pineapple juice, 1 part Jägermeister, 2 parts mango rum. You shake it in a cocktail shaker with ice and strain into a cocktail glass and enjoy. It is delightful.
And as always, our libation will be on our show notes, so you can make it at your anytime you watch Dodgeball.
Absolutely.
And really share with us if you do have it. Like, we would love to hear. We really need to start actually trying those too and discussing our thoughts on it, because we always talk about how good these would be, but we never actually.
Well, we now knew how.
I've had this one. It's delightful.
We now have a new space, so once the space is finished, we can. Oh yeah, we're recording in a new space. That's why it sounds different.
I know, it's awesome.
It's very peaceful. It's quite cold. We need a rug.
We need a heater.
Well, we need a heater
and
too.
And rugs.
And I think we need a rug or 2 or 5.
And a mini bar.
I have one I can bring.
A mini bar?
No, a rug.
Oh.
If I had a mini bar, I would not be bringing. It'd been by my bed. I gotta bring my mini bar to
Things
work.
out alcoholic says for 200, Alex.
But I do have a rug.
Things a Beaver says for
200. I want to ride on the mustache. Give me that mustache ride.
So I couldn't find
Sorry,
any
miss.
apocrypha,
You
but I
missed
did
your
find
belt.
something interesting. So I used it for my apocrypha.
Okay.
In 2005, 2 New York screenwriters, David Price and Ahsoka Thomas, which is a real name, which makes
Ahsoka?
Ahsoka Thomas.
Oh, wow.
Ahsoka Thomas.
That's nice.
Star Wars fans are giggling. I'm
I
giggling.
know. I love it.
I don't understand what's happening.
Ahsoka Tano, Ahsoka Thomas. Never mind.
Yeah, thank you.
And the Star Wars cartoon that we watched during our podcast.
Okay, that one standalone little thing.
Right.
Okay.
She's the girl that's Anakin's Padawan. She's got the weird head.
The one that I really liked.
Yeah, that's Ahsoka Tano. This is
Okay.
Ahsoka Thomas. So
That's cool. I wonder if that was intentional.
Probably not. That sounds very much like a Japanese name.
filed suit in a so David and Ahsoka filed suit in a federal court against Fox and Thurber, claiming copyright infringement of an unproduced screenplay they had written called Dodgeball the Movie by Thurber and Fox. They alleged they were a number of similarities in the plot of the 2 screenplays, and Thurber may have had access to the screenplay, which was finished a month before he submitted his to his agent, whose assistant he was acquainted with. Lawyers for the defendant dismisses some of the allegations as coincidental. They said that both screenplays were the work of writers who used common formulaic elements. The judge denied the defense motion for a summary judgment and ordered a jury trial. The suit was later settled out of court.
Wow.
So there's that.
That's a crazy
Like,
thing.
people fought
They
for
should
that
have made
film.
him play dodgeball for it.
That's what I would have done.
know.
That
Who
would've been
is committed to the craft the most?
That's right. Get you a dodgeball team up together and let's go.
Bring me some wrenches.
So, ready for some bar trivia?
Yes.
So, according to many cast members, what do you think was the hardest part about filming this movie?
Playing dodgeball.
Playing dodgeball in the S&M costumes.
That would have been difficult. No. The hardest part was not flinching when they knew they were about to be hit by a ball.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right. Because it was...
That would suck.
Yeah, because all the different takes and
Yeah.
everything, they were purposely throwing balls at them.
Justin Long's eyebrow was actually cut open by the first wrench that was thrown at him.
Oh, God.
Like he actually got hit by a wrench?
Yeah, all the wrenches though thrown were made of rubber, but the first one was harder than the others. Ben Stiller broke 3 cameras in succession filming one scene, and he even hit his wife in the face.
Oh, no. A lot of injuries.
Things can get messy with dodgeball.
So here's a shout out to Christine Taylor, Ben Stiller's wife.
Mm-hmm.
They had an 18-month-old baby at home while shooting this movie, and Taylor was so exhausted from taking care of the baby that she'd also often dozed off in between takes.
Wait,
Aw.
she was in the movie?
Yeah, she's Kate.
Wait, she's really married to Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
But she's hot.
Oh. Ben Stiller, I'm sorry for what my
I'm
friend
sorry, I
just
did.
said
That was
about you
ugly.
on
I'm
air.
just-
I'm a little shocked.
I'm just saying that Ben Stiller got that movie money.
I mean, he might not have to pump his
But
penis.
he might
You
be
don't
hot
know.
to her.
You know, not all the ladies have your taste.
No, that's
Sure,
true.
he may not have to pump his
He's
penis.
funny. He's probably very entertaining.
He's also very wealthy. There's a lot to that.
Yeah.
But again, he
I
could be
would-
attractive to her.
I
Like
would-
she
I
could
would-
find that attractive.
I find money attractive too. So
No, I meant the person. Oh my
Scotty's
God.
like, yes.
ladies out there, some dudes, I'm not really that picky, so I'm just saying. Depends on the value.
Show Scotty the money.
Word.
All right.
Remember, in Screw, Marry, Kill, what do I always pick? Security.
There you go. Security.
I just want to be safe and sound, taken care of. That's all I want. So, the unrated DVD contains a fake commentary where Ben Stiller and the 2 main actors do nothing but fight, as well as they claim to hate each other. Before storming out 40 minutes in, the commentary then is replaced by the commentary for There's Something About Mary from 1998.
Oh, that's hilarious.
The real commentary is on the DVD as an Easter egg. In the locker room scene before the first dodgeball match, there's an announcer's voice that talks through the scene as everyone is warming up before play. The announcer says this: "A reminder, all players must be vaccinated against cholera, syphilis, and shingles before playing the game. Again, dyslexic players will not be allowed on the court. Team Blitzkrieg to the tournament floor for the first round match. Only ADAA balls will be used. Personal balls of any kind are strictly prohibited." And now you know.
Thank you, Scotty.
All right.
The words Deus Ex Machina are printed on the side of the treasure chest at the movie's ending. Deus Ex Machina is Latin phrase meaning God from the machine and is derived from a plot device in ancient Greek drama which a quote-unquote God was lowered into a stage by a crane, a quote-unquote machine, to solve a problem which human characters could not. It is used to describe an improbable event bringing a solution to a seemingly impossible problem. The Deus Ex Machina in this film takes place when Peter bets on Average Jones to win the final tournament using the bribe money White paid him, then uses the money to buy the majority stock in Globo Gym, thereby becoming the owner of both Average Jones and Globo Gym.
Da-da. All right, cool.
So that's all my trivia.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
So let's play Screw, Marry, Kill.
Oh, this is going to be lots of fun.
So we'll do. I will do. Of course, one of them has to be Peter.
Who's the pumper?
No, Peter's
handlebars.
The pumper. The pumper and handlebars are the same dude.
I thought the pumper was
White, and White has handlebars.
He's the bad guy.
Yes.
Why is it I thought the main guy of the Average Joe's had the handlebars?
No.
Okay,
That's Vince Vaughn.
That's Vince Vaughn.
Oh, okay, because he's an Average Joe. I got you.
Right.
I got
So he doesn't
I
need a
got
mustache
you.
because he's average.
Okay.
So we'll do Peter.
Guys, I'm there.
We'll do Peter. We'll do White, and we'll do your choice of an Average Joe's member.
Oh, cool.
All right. You go first.
Okay, so I'm gonna kill White. White or Wyatt?
White, as in my last name.
White.
Or the color.
Okay, well, White's dead. Because
You don't want the penis pump?
well, I don't want the penis pump, first of all. That's disgusting. But I also don't want to be married to someone who uses a penis pump. Like psychologically, physically. And I
Emotionally, just
definitely don't want to have sex with them. So they're out. So then I've got Peter. I think I would marry him because he's a good person. I like Vince Vaughn. I'd marry him. That's cool. And then I will go ahead and add in Mr. Pirate because I'm curious about some pirate sex. So
R.
Oh my God, she picked the same person I did, but in different. So we're definitely killing White.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
White's
out.
not surviving this game.
I'm gonna go ahead and screw Peter, but I'm gonna go ahead and marry the pirate.
oh, Mrs. Pirate.
Because number one, I have a thing for gingers, and number two, he will have all the rum
Oh, good point.
forever.
We're taking
Pirates
body
have
shots while we
all
have
the
sex.
rum.
It's fine.
All right.
So yeah,
I will kill White because Ben Stiller's terrible. He's funny in this
Ben
movie.
Stiller's not terrible.
He's funny.
White is terrible.
He's funny in this movie, but White's a terrible character.
White's a terrible person.
He's super cringy. I will sleep with Kate because usually in this game they're all dudes, and I never get. Every now and then I don't get enough women in this, and that's what I prefer.
She's pretty hot,
and she's kind of hot, so I'm going with that.
Okay.
And then, of course, I'm marrying Vince Vaughn because he just
Security.
got
Security.
$5 million.
What did we talk about, people? Security.
You can predict me. I'm really.
Now
people
keep
at
in
home can
mind.
play along and be like, Scotty's going to pick the money. He always goes with the money.
I'm going for the pirate rum.
Now keep in mind though, he's not good with his money. He's terrible at finances. You can take over.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
You got okay. You got to take over.
I got you, baby.
Okay.
I got you, baby. It's gonna be
Okay.
all right.
Well, you know, if you give some to us, the pirate couple, we'll just bury some and save it for later.
With your rum.
Hey,
When you run out of rum,
Steve is also
we're
looking
going to
for-
use it for more rum though.
Steve is also looking for buried treasure. Remember, that's
right.
when he's short on paying his membership dues. He's like, "Oh, but I'm looking for me buried treasure, and
Right.
I'll cut
He'll
you."
find it one day.
Yeah,
It'll
you
be
will.
Awesome.
Everyone's going to think he's
I
crazy
got
until he
his
finds all that treasure.
I got his
Oh.
treasure.
So I have a new segment.
Got you a beaver pelt. Take care of him right.
So I have a new segment because
Okay.
my apocrypha was so short. I wanted to fill it in with something else.
All right.
So I have awards. This was nominated for awards.
This was nominated for awards?
It was.
All right.
So in 2004, it was nominated for an ESPY.
Okay.
Does anyone know what an ESPY is?
An SB?
ESPY.
SB.
Yeah.
ESPY?
Yeah.
Is it because they did so many of their own props? It's like an Etsy, but upgraded?
About
I think Etsy is younger than 2004.
it'll be like
They were out before Etsy was around. Maybe Etsy got started because of their Etsy awards.
Maybe so. No, it's the ESPN awards. So it's awards for sports.
Oh God!
And
They got an award for sports.
They were nominated for best sports movie. They lost to Miracle, which was the hockey movie.
Oh yeah,
about the 1980 US
like
hockey.
a real sports movie.
So is it because Miracle didn't use wrenches to train their players?
Right, probably.
Because Miracle was a real sports
Yeah, it
movie.
was a real
about
movie.
a real sports
How
team.
many sports teams were up for that award? That's
sports
what we,
movies?
Yeah, sports movies.
I did not look that up. I just have
Like
the winner.
it won, like or lost.
All these
won.
I have just the winners, and so I'm sorry. You can look that up on your own. You can save that for homework for the cult meeting.
Don't have my notepad, but I'll make a note of it.
In 2005, it was nominated for 3 MTV Movie Awards.
I could see that. That's cute.
It was nominated for Best On-Screen Team, but it lost to Mean Girls. It won for Best Villain. Ben Stiller won for Best Villain in 2005.
Yeah.
And then it lost Best Comedic Performance. Ben Stiller lost to Dustin Hoffman in Meet the Frockers.
Okay, that was pretty funny. Meet the Fockers.
It was also nominated for a 25th Golden Raspberry Award for Ben Stiller, and Ben Stiller's worst actor. And not just this, but he was also in Along Came Polly and a couple other movies. Anchorman.
Were you about to eat some of his snacks?
I was going to steal one.
What's so funny is I've been over here watching it.
Were
and
you
I was
looking
like,
at 'em too?
do I want one?
I know.
No, I'm
No,
okay.
I don't
We're
think-
gonna go get food after this.
No,
I'm
we're
okay.
fine.
Yeah,
I'm
We're
good.
we're over here like trying to eat Scotty's snack that he already ate.
we can't even pay attention
We're like-
to it because we're both
We're like
eyeballing
bat in
the
the back.
All right, so I can't figure out, like, for the listeners, there's like, well, Scotty's so fat he needs to have a snack, or is he 5?
No.
Or combo of the two. He's like
we
a fat
literally
5-year-old.
come in
Doesn't
eating
matter.
snacks like
we
every
don't have
time.
snacks, and we're staring at your snacks.
I think it's just funny. It's
Wanting
like
your
I
snack.
just think it's funny. It's like, oh, we're gonna steal Scotty's snacks. It's like, why does a grown man have a snack? I don't
Do you know what?
Listen, snacks are the best thing ever.
We have our own space now. We can like store snacks.
I know I'm like
in
over here
Tupperware
drooling a little bit.
containers
It's fine.
where the rats won't get them.
The fact that we both looked at that.
Go ahead.
Anyways,
So we can eat.
so Ben Stiller was nominated for a worst actor in a couple of films for the 25th anniversary. 25th Raspberry Awards. He lost. Can you tell me who won?
Okay, what is the Raspberry Award for?
The worst actor.
Worst actor. Okay, that's
so
right. You said that.
So it would be a 2004 movie, right?
Right.
Okay, so what came out that I
You're
wasn't
not gonna get this,
watching
and I think that Bob will
as
hear
a
your guesses.
freshman?
I didn't.
Oh.
I was surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised when they told me, but it was like,
What do I think someone's done really bad in?
It's probably somebody that's good normally. No.
Okay. Okay, wait. No.
I'll
Somebody's
give you.
really
I'll
bad.
give you a hint.
Yes.
He is not a traditional actor.
Oh, Donald Trump.
God, please, yes.
That's one guess. Do you have a
I was
guess?
just going to follow yours.
You're like double down on Donald Trump.
So I'm just going to do what we do in Derby, and I'm just going to ride her wave on through, and we'll see what happens.
George W. Bush.
Close.
Oh,
It was a president.
Was a president. He was in Fahrenheit 9/11, the Michael Moore film, and they were like, "That's acting," and they gave him this award for it. So
He got an award for being the worst actor?
I wonder if he accepted it. I'm not sure if they sent it to him or what.
Okay. So I need to research that too?
Yeah, find out. That'd be
Okay.
fun.
So the EPSI was 2004, right?
Yeah.
The 2004 EPSI. Okay. Okay, cool.
I have
Homework, guys, for
fun
our
f-
meeting.
Okay.
I have fun facts about Dodgeball.
Okay.
Cool.
How old do you think Dodgeball is?
Oh.
Okay, I remember playing it when I was a kid.
I would say the 60s.
So 60s, and then you.
I was
you were
good at problem solving.
I'm gonna say you were a child yesterday, so I don't know.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to say it's going to be like a lot older than that. I'm going to say the 30s.
There is a lot of evidence that a game similar to Dodgeball was played in Africa more than 200 years ago.
Well, there you go. We were both wrong.
Wow.
It wasn't a fun or even entertaining game. As a matter of fact, it was played with rocks instead of rubber balls and was used to develop the strength and endurance of warriors.
That is terrible.
Dr. James
Sitting behind it so bad.
It's like
chucking a
dodging
rock
wrenches.
at you. It's like in Braveheart.
If you can dodge a rock,
Oh,
you can dodge a
gosh.
spear.
Dr. James Carlisle, a missionary working in Africa in the 1800s, learned about this dodgeball game and had the opportunity to watch it. on a regular basis. At first, he was shocked and appalled by the sport, but after careful observation, he marveled at the way the game taught players to be quick, strong, and agile. Agile and quick are the same thing. Anyway, as well as the team-building component to it. When Dr. Carlisle returned to England to teach at St. Mary's College in Norfolk, he taught his students how to play a somewhat safer version of dodgeball without the brutality and death. A rubber ball was used instead of a rock, and at first the students were clumsy and slow, but quickly learned to be nimble and flexible.
So a series that I read, a book series called The Sword of the Truth. It's like one of my favorite books. They play a game in it. It's called Jala, which is like the game of life. And it's interesting.
So is it called Jello?
Jala.
Jala.
J-A''LA.
Oh.
So, which in their language means the game of life.
Oh.
So the
It's
way
almost
that
like
it's
highlight.
played is there's an emperor that's like taking over everything, and he makes teams go out and play his team because his team never loses. If they lose, his whole team is executed and he gets a whole new set of team or a whole new team to play because his team doesn't lose. So they play with really hard balls that can kill you, and it's implemented on the streets with the kids. And then Richard, the guy that is trying to defeat him, he's Lord Rawl, changes all the balls to softer balls so that the kids can still learn the sport, but no one gets hurt. It just reminded me of that.
Okay,
So,
cool.
it's a really great book. If you want to read it, I recommend it. There's like 15 of them.
Wow.
I've read them all. It's fine. A couple of times.
It's fine.
I'm working on a book now. I hope that I have 15 of those, so you
You're
can
doing
read all
great.
of this.
Yeah.
So, University of California, Irvine reclaimed the record for the largest game of dodgeball on September 25th, 2012. Ballpark estimate, how many participants did they have?
487.
487. We'll play this like Price is Right.
Okay. Okay. So it's the largest. Where was it again?
It was in Irvine, California.
Like a field, a complex, a stadium.
I do not have that one.
It's problem solving. Okay, let's see. We don't know the location. Irvine. Oh, like I know the people that live there. I'm gonna go with 500.
6,084.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot.
But I still won.
The
Yeah.
previous largest game
By
of dodge. I'll let you play again for the second one. The previous largest game of dodgeball had been played by this many participants at the University of Alberta on February 3rd, 2012. So you know it's more than 400, more than 500, less than 6,084. So you have a range.
3,687.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it was like 5,000, just 5,000.
Your closest, 4,979.
Because I feel like they were like, oh yeah, you got 5,000. Watch us get an extra 1,000. Then 84 extra people showed up, and they're like, fine, you can play too, whatever.
The longest game of dodgeball ever played was played at the at Castleton State College in Vermont. How long did in hours? How long did it last?
How long does it normally last?
Like, not.
Yeah, I think we should
30
also point out the fact that
minutes, maybe?
Stephanie
I don't
plays dodgeball in Mobile. Like
Yeah.
she's part of a team. Like we haven't really talked about that this whole time.
You think I play dodgeball? On the
Oh, it's
side?
kickball. God damn.
I play kickball.
That's right. It's like the same
She
thing
had
though.
the ball part right.
I did. It's the same type
It's,
of ball.
Yeah, it's the same type of ball. Yeah.
It's the same type
You
of
just
ball.
don't throw it. Thanks, babe.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Because that would be terribly long.
And the whole premise of it is you throw the ball until you get down to one person. Rounds? Are there rounds of it?
Dodgeball is usually very fast.
Yeah.
You shouldn't take more than half an hour, I would think. But
Okay. But keep in mind, we had like 6,000 people playing at one time. So I'm going to go with 5.5 hours.
The game was played on April 27th through April 29th. It
Oh,
lasted
God.
41 hours, 3 minutes, and 17 seconds.
Was that the same time that they had 6,000 people?
No, it was a different part of the country.
Oh, you're right.
I'm not that committed to dodgeball.
The California game. So this is basically how this plays out. So
People in California are crazy.
So
Yeah, they are.
University of Alberta has their game in February. These all happened in 2012.
Oh, that's a Canadian.
So the Canadians had their game in 2012. Irvine had that record, and so they lost it to Alberta in February. Between February and September, where Irvine gets the record back, I guess Vermont tried it, and instead of getting that record, they ended up getting
The longest.
the longest game. So it went for 3 days and lasted 41 hours, not quite 3 days, but 41 hours, 33 minutes. So it played over 3 consecutive days.
Y'all are some crazy.
Did they ever
people.
take breaks?
I don't have that info.
Okay, breaks. Let me look up breaks. I forgot the other things I was going to look up. Epsi, the breaks.
You'd have to take breaks. You would
have
pass
to.
out and die.
What else were we talking about that I was going to look up?
Just listen to the episode; you'll find it. There's
You're
a
right, I will. You're
you know,
right.
while you're
I
hanging
will,
out, while you're
yeah.
hanging out with your family on
I'll just
Thanksgiving
start making notes.
today, while you're hanging out with your family, you can be
Yeah,
like,
you're right. We should have
Let's
talked
do a
in like a
podcast, family.
You should remind yourself now.
okay self. Pay
Goobers?
attention.
Google goobers. Google google google.
What?
Also,
Google, google, google.
when you meet next week, it's going to be a meeting.
Hold on. Wait. Is that your turkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
You recognized what it was. It must not have been that bad.
Do it again.
Google 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 google. Now I'm talking.
All I hear is, and I'm wearing the headphones. I hear Google. It's like, what are you Googling?
No. Google 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 google.
I should name the episode this.
Google.
That's a special message for our turkey listeners out there. Are you high?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh. Anyway.
It's probably, the glue I'm sniffing from that table, this table that I wiped off earlier.
Hey, it's a work in progress. We have our own space.
It had stuff on it earlier. You should have seen it.
All right.
Don't tell me.
So
how.
the risk,
Sorry.
or my last fun fact about Dodgeball is this: the risk of injury from Dodgeball and the fact that gameplay resembles assault have resulted in controversy, lawsuits, and calls to eliminate the game from school PE programs.
It's because people are soft these days.
They are. I played Dodgeball.
I played dodgeball.
And I never felt like it. Like, trust me, I was a kid who always got like hit first or whatever because I wasn't popular. But I understand the pecking order, so I wasn't mad about it.
There you go.
Hey, you think when they played it with rocks, they were able to hold up their rock and hit another rock coming at them and like knock it down and keep going?
No, I don't know. See,
you could learn that skill.
By the way, see, this version of Dodgeball they played in the movie, I never saw until I saw that movie. I've never seen it played like that.
You mean competitive dodgeball?
Sure.
That's what it is. It's not like elementary school
See, because
dodgeball.
when I played, we all got in a circle and we just threw this ball at
Threw
each
the
other.
ball, and whoever got pegged had to get out of the
That's
circle.
how they play it in the movie is how I played.
Really?
Yeah, like the balls were along, because again, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I saw it once. So the balls were in the middle. You start at your lines. You have to run up and grab ball, and then you want to run back because they're about to hit you and get prepared. And then if the ball's coming at you, you can hold your ball up and knock it.
Yeah.
And then hit
It's
them.
competitive dodgeball.
Yeah, so
And then if you catch it,
So no,
then
we
then
just
the
made a
person-
circle and just half the kids got in the circle and the other half got to throw the ball at the circle.
Scotty, were you being bullied? I don't think you
Yes,
were playing
a lot.
dodgeball. I don't think that was dodgeball.
That's why it got banned. They weren't doing it right.
They were not doing it right. But we learned it actually as the sport.
So what do you think the budget for this movie is? Because we're closing the tab. What is the budget of this movie? Estimated, of course.
Well, there was a fight over it, so there was some pretty good people in it,
So
like
it's
well known. I don't know. I'm so bad at this.
What's the
45
question?
million.
What's the?
That's going to be too much.
What is this movie's budget?
14 million. I'm going to
14.
go 14.
22.
You're close. 20.
Ha! I won that one.
So its opening weekend was.
No, you went over.
It doesn't matter. I'm still the closest.
Opening weekend was June 20th, 2004. What did it do? How much do you think it made in for opening weekend?
Opening weekend?
June?
June.
It's like a summertime.
It's a summer movie?
Opening weekend, it made 43.
43.
In 2004?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back with my 45.
30.
Okay.
Well, at least it made its money.
It did.
Yeah.
No, it made its money opening weekend. And then it grossed U.S. 114 million.
Nice.
Worldwide 167. In the top 5 of its opening weekend, where did it place?
2.
I guess no one else came out. It doesn't matter. 3.
Number 1.
Oh, wow.
Followed by the Terminal with Tom Hanks.
Yep.
It beat Tom Hanks.
It beat a Tom Hanks movie.
Damn.
It's a slow movie, The Terminal.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban was number 3.
It beat Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Listen, that is my favorite. It's fine.
But mind you, both of those movies had already been out for a while. So this is, so that's how movies work. Are you a cat?
She is. She said Jellicle, whatever it is. Jellicle Jester.
Thank you, Stephanie, for recognizing my agilities.
She is a cat. She's trying to juggle because she's the Jellicle Jester.
Then I just kept going that way.
Shrek 2 was number 4 and Garfield is number 5.
I am surprised about the Harry Potter one because you have those like hardcore Harry Potter fans.
They probably saw it there the first
For
weekend.
real, I saw it the night it came out.
Well, yeah, that was Harry Potter was already out.
Oh, it wasn't its opening weekend.
No. That's
Okay.
what he just said.
Okay, I missed that part. I was
Because you were
swatted at the condom.
You're chasing a toy.
Chasing a toy. I forgot to look up where it did on the year. So, but 114 million probably did pretty good. But I know that it did not do the top 5. I'll tell you that.
What are the top 5 for that year?
Want to guess? I have named 2 of the top 5.
Well, it would
Harry
be
Potter.
Harry Potter for
It
sure.
was number 3. Yes.
There's Garfield.
Well, Terminal would be. I think Terminal would be up there too.
I don't know. It was pretty slow.
It's slow, but it's Tom Hanks.
So, do you remember the other 2 films I named?
Well, you named Garfield and Shrek 4.
Garfield. I'm going to say Shrek.
Shrek 4? Was it
2.
Shrek 4?
Shrek 2. I'm going to say Shrek 2 and Harry Potter.
Shrek 2 is number 1 for the year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Shrek made a lot of money back then.
Get a Shrek.
Spider-Man 2 was number 2. The Passion of the Christ was number 3. Harry Potter was number 4. And The Incredibles was number 5. So it was like...
A lot of kid movies,
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a
man.
lot of kid movies that year.
It was 4 kids movies and let's beat Jesus.
Yeah. Wow.
Sometimes you need a bunch of kid movies.
And realistically,
to
the Passion of the
blow.
Christ, the Passion of the Christ is probably the number 1 movie of that year. Maybe
Is that the one with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
That got a lot of controversy?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It directed by...
but here's the thing about the Passion of Christ. So the box office is just the box office.
Right.
It made most of its money by selling directly or distributing directly to churches. There are more churches than there are movie theaters. It made a lot of money. If you count that, it's probably the highest grossing film of all time.
Huh.
But since you don't count that, we have Avengers Endgame. Just a fun fact.
Okay.
And that's all I have for you, ladies.
Awesome.
I'm so glad I came prepared today, guys.
I know you did good.
You were on top of your game.
Literally.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think that was great. I love that movie.
It's a good movie. Don't forget to give to Stephanie's Movember Foundation. What's the word I'm looking for that?
It's the Movember Foundation.
Yeah, but it's like to donate to the Movember Foundation something. I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing a word.
Campaign?
There you go. That's a word.
Yes. So the link to my campaign will be in the show notes, and I also posted a link on the Facebook page, and I will probably post that again on our Facebook page.
Post it again, yeah.
So you can look there.
Anything for you?
Nope. I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
Well, this is Scotty saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours, and happy Thanksgiving!
Gobble, 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 gobble.
That was sounded better. I heard a gobble.
I heard a gobble too. Google,
and then she went,
Google.
Google,
I like Googles, Googles.
Google
Google gobbles,
it's like
gobbles.
It's like a
Gobbles?
baby turkey.
Gobbles.
That's just weird.
Gobbles.
Thank you for listening to the Mopcast Network.